Coming up here in early April, a local team will kick off their season, and it may come as a surprise to most sports fans.
I get a lot asking if it's flag football or is it full tackle.
It's real football. We wear helmets and pads. It's not the lingerie stuff that people usually think it is.
We get angry about that because we are out there in full gear just like the guys are. I mean, it's football. It's not lingerie football.
They are the Minnesota Vixen, a professional women's football team that plays in the Independent Women's Football League. The IWFL is a 36-team league, and the Vixen play in the Midwest Division against teams from Nebraska, Iowa, and Wisconsin. The Vixen will start an 8-game schedule April 11th and play under rules that are a combination of college and NFL, though for women who grew up playing other sports, this can be difficult.
A challenge coaching the women's team would be that they don't have any prior knowledge. When they're coming in, it's like starting from the bottom, coming all the way up to the top, teach them, basically from 5th grade on up to college level stuff.
It's way different from when we first played a sport when we were younger. I learned softball and hockey from when I was little. Now I'm an adult learning a new sport I should be 8 years old right now learning football, but we're all adults out here learning a brand new sport as women.
For a lot of us, we have 3 or 4 positions that we're looking at that we could potentially get thrown into. So having to know all of those positions is key to success for the team. But it can be a little overwhelming sometimes if you don't have any familiarity with the game.
We don't get paid to do this alone. A lot of us have some kind of sponsorship, so that helps. It's between $1,000 and $2,000 a season to support this sport for each player.
They learn and they try hard and put in a lot of effort, and most of them have jobs, 40 hours a week, and kids, so they really got to want it to be out here.
I'm a radiology assistant at the Center for Diagnostic Imaging. It's a radiology company. Work your typical Monday to Friday, 9 to 5.
I'm a pharmacist. I work over at Health East. I mostly work in the emergency room.
Project manager for a financial company in downtown Minneapolis. So I have a full-time job. I have 2 small children, husband, plus I go to school half-time.
I'm a FIA teacher. After work, pretty much I go a nanny. I have a weekend job of hanging drapes for weddings and stuff.
I've been in the military for 11 years now. I've been deployed 3 times, been to Afghanistan, Kuwait, Qatar.
It's not easy to do this. A lot of people don't do it for more than a couple years.
For one player, a huge opportunity presented itself a couple years ago.
I was just so grateful that the organization was there and that I was able to be part of it, that I knew I had a lot of years of management experience and business experience, so I kind of went to the owners and let them know that, hey, coming up next season, I could be a resource. And I talked to them a little bit about things that I could maybe help with, and they came back and gave me a whole slideshow, and then they basically said, well, we're actually looking to step back and looking for someone to take over. So we had a few more meetings, talked with some other people that could help, and then from there I ended up taking over.
So this will be the 2nd year that Laura and her husband James have owned the team, and they hope to grow awareness and establish some stability in Inver Grove Heights.
Definitely since Laura and James took over, you can just feel there's more stability within the organization. Hopefully we can get more of a stable home base and build our fan base. I think that's the biggest struggle that we've had when we bounce around. People, where are you playing this year?
Locking those contracts up and continually working with the same high schools is a tough thing. So every year we've kind of had to move. We're trying to get a home field and grow in the community, and that's why Simley's such a good option, because the mayor and the people in the city want us there and we want to be there.
The Vixen will play 4 home games in April and May. If you can't get out to Simley in person, the games can be found live on Town Square Television and Metro Channel 6.
We're pretty excited to be filmed live. I think it's going to give a broad view to people. They'll be able to see what kind of football we have and maybe get them to come out to some games.
It's a lot of fun at the games. We try to make it, a fun experience when you come out.
Come on, watch us. It's a lot of fun.
You can find out more information about the games at mnvixen.com and townsquare.tv. For Insight 7 Sports, this is Toby Stanga.